Hi and Assalamualaikum and very good day to Madam Ruzahanim to the subject MGT 321 which be assigned to video presentation with the topic stress and emotions. So here are the introduction of our group members. Next, we would like to present about chapter 15 which is stress and emotion.
Stress can be defined as any types of change that causes physical, emotional or psychological strain. Stress is your body's response to anything require attention or action. Everyone experiences stress to some degree. The way you respond to stress, however, will make a big difference to overall well-being. There are causes and sources of stress, which is environmental factor, organizational factor, individual factor, and individual difference. First is environmental factor. Environmental factor is include temperature, food, sound, and more. The diversity environmental stress that has been shown to cause an increase in excitability is probably not inclusive. Many other kind of stress might be provide similar effect. Secondly is organizational factor. For organizational factor is divided into three, which is task demand, role demand, and interpersonal demand. First, for a task demand. Task demand is referred to the factor belongs to a person. Sometimes a person's tasks are too much, causing employee to feel burdened. The effect of this problem including indivisibility and difficulty on the procedure that an individual or group can use to complete the task. Next is about role demand. Role demand is divided into two, which is role ambiguity and role overload. Role demand refers to condition of uncertainty that confront an employee regarding his or her roles and the associated difficulty in dealing with such role under a certain time frame. Role ambiguity is a term used to describe the lack of clarity, certainty, and predictability that one might have affected perhaps to an ill-defined. There are one example of role ambiguity, which is an individual will start a new job and his or her is unsure of their responsibility, which is it will cause a stress and tension. Next is about role overload. Role overload is situation in which employees feel they are being asked to do more than a time or ability permits. To manage role overload, we can analyze the individual role responsibility by reviewing job description and carry out the job analysis. Thirdly is individual factor. Individual factor is divided into three, which is family problems, economic problems, and personality. They are a common issues that we have seen from a family problem, which is sibling conflict, money, step-parents, and divorced parents. Then, for economic problems, financial problems can be a major causes of stress. The economic problem exists because although the needs and what the people are endless and the resources available to satisfy needs and what are limited. There are several economic issues to monitor, which is social security, median family income, and the saving rates. Last, for individual factor, which is personality. It might be hard to believe, but personality can be cause of stress. For example, certain characteristics that we develop over the year can increase our stress level. While we cannot change our personality in overnight, it is possible to adjust certain habits to lessen stress level. Now is the last causes and sources of stress, which is individual different. Individual different is divided into three, which is perception, personality, and job experience. Firstly, for the perception. Perception is the sensory experience of the world. It is involved both recognizing environmental stimuli and action in response to this stimuli. Then, for personality is divided into two, which is type A personality and type 8 personality. For type A personality, it may include operating at a more urgent pace, demonstrating visual level and impatient, and getting upset easily. A person that have a type A is always have a habit which is competitive, fast talking, and aggressive. Then for types A of personality, the meaning of it is a self-confident, strong, and assertive. It feel they must control their environmental, especially people, will becoming unconventional and intimidating. Lastly, for job experience. The level of job experience is also moderate the relationship. Research has shown that a person with a lot of experience tend to have a lower level of stress compared to a person with a relative little experience. Now, I will talk about consequences of stress. These consequences include psychological, physiological, and behavioral system of stress. Firstly, for a psychological system, from a small problem, which is stress, it might be affect health, thus give an impact on the whole activity of a person. A person that under stress due to some factor, his or her mind will keep overthinking about the problem. From a small problem, this might be a big problem for her or his. This problem will interfere with everything that will be done on a daily basis. Other than that, the most problematic causes is this will be result in headache, high blood, and heart disease. Next is psychological system. Psychological system are the impact of stress related to someone's mind. Someone will feel anxiety and depressed is one of the effects due to stress. Other than that, a decrease in job satisfaction is also one of the psychological system of stress. They are example of signs from psychological system, which is withdrawal from friends and activities, extreme mood change of high and low, and always confused thinking or reduced ability to concentrate and others. Lastly, for behavior system, there are several behavior systems of stress, such as increase at alcohol, drugs and cigarettes, skating and avoiding responsibility, as well as change in appetite, either not eating or eating too much.
I want to present about a relationship between stress level and job performance. For number one is low level stress. The employees experience boredom and their performance is poor. Task is not demanding and challenging, and the employees do not feel any urgency in completing the task. The result is poor performance. For number two is high level stress. The employees overwhelmed and not able to commit the task and display poor performance. Overly not demanding and difficult, and too much stress. The employees not be able to cope with the challenges given. For the number three is level of stress is moderate. The employees display good performance. The resources to perform the assigned task. They also have enough time, energy, skill, experience, and knowledge to complete the task. Current issue can conclude about stress level and job performance. We can see there are many people lost job during this pandemic, and can causes suicide cases to increase due to stress with the financial problem. Next presentation is managing stress. Managing stress have two major approach, is individual approach and organizational approach. For individual approach, for number one is proper time management technique. You can make a daily list of activity to be performed in a day. For number two is encouraging physical exercise. You can make aerobic, walking, jogging, swimming, and cycling as a routine activity. The physical exercise may help to increase heart capacity and provide a mental division from work pressure. For number three is relaxation training. Meditation, yoga, and tai chi are proven to be good tips as well. You can help to relax our body and mind. You can do the relaxing for 15 to 20 minutes a day. For number four is social network. Social network means friend, family, and college. You can reduce stress. You can find someone to talk. If you're sharing your burden with someone, you can help reduce your burden and tension. For organizational approach, for number one is conducting stress auditing. You can teaching employees what causes stress and how this impact them. You can lead to design the best strategies are suitable for managing stress. For number two is improving communication. If you poor communication means employees are unclear of what they should do. For number three is providing training. If you do not have the skill and knowledge to be perform, the training help to educate the employer. And lastly is setting realistic goals. The individual can perform better that know what they expected from them. The specific and challenging goal is a feedback, and goal help them to be in clear situation.
Next, nature of emotions and moods. Emotions, moods, and other related concepts are important in the study of organizational behavior. To understand emotions and mood, we first need to understand what is the meaning of affect. Affect is a term that encompasses a broad range of feelings that people experience. Also can be experienced in the form of attitudes. Next is emotions. Emotion is intense feelings that are directed at a person or thing and triggered by an object. Besides, there are several of emotions, which are the first one is optimism, admiration, submission, amazement, disapproval, remorse, contempt, and the last one is aggressiveness. Other than that is sources of emotions and moods. Emotion and mood are influenced by various factors, which are the first one is personality, weather, stress, social activities, sleep, exercise, age, and gender.
Next topic is emotional labor. What is emotional labor? Emotional labor is unpaid, often invisible work that a person is compelled to do by others to keep them happy. So, how emotional labor manifests? The first one is workplace. Emotional labor in the workplace consists of practice and rules for employees that are implemented for the sake of satisfying customers. There are few examples of emotional labor in the workplace. The first one is prevention of response to a customer when they treat an employee rudely or inappropriately. The second one is punishment. If an employee reacts after being treated unfairly or inappropriately. The second one is partnership. In intimate settings such as with loved ones, emotional labor may show up in quieter ways than in the workplace. There are a few ways people are asked to perform emotional labor in intimate settings. So the first one is one person in a relationship is expected to perform all house management work. The second one is one person is expected to handle childcare and all needs of the couple child or children. The last one is one person is expected to initiate discussions, whether about emotional topics or life logistics. The last one is social networking. If you spend any time on social media, you may have heard the term emotional labor thrown around. There are several examples. The first one is when someone is called racist or sexist, they insist their accuser explain how what they did was racist or sexist. The second one is when a person wants more information on a topic, they ask others to explain it to them. So after explanations are given, the person continues to insist on their intentions and wants those against whose they acted to validate their intentions. So the last one is what to do instead of demanding labor from others. The first one is conduct your own research. If a marginalized person tells you that your behavior was racist, sexist, prejudiced, or otherwise problematic, do your own research to discern why. For example, in a Facebook group for women, a woman asks, do non-binary people join women's and men's group? So next is view situations through others' eyes. For those who find themselves expecting others to do invisible, unpaid work to keep life running smoothly, it can be helpful to view a situation through the person's eyes. The last one is craft fair workplace policies. Though it isn't illegal to demand employees always offer service with a smile or not react to mistreatment, it is a way to have less happy employees. Next, emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to perceive, control, and evaluate emotions. So, the components is have four, which is perceiving emotions, reasoning with emotions, understanding emotions, and managing emotions. Perceiving emotion, the first step in understanding emotion is to perceive them accurately. The second one is reasoning with emotion. The next step involves using emotion to promote thinking and cognitive activity. The third one is understanding emotions. The emotion that we perceive can carry a wide variety of meanings. The last one is managing emotions. The ability to manage emotions effectively is a crucial part of emotional intelligence and the higher levels. So, the last one is impact of emotional intelligence. Number one is thinking before reacting. Emotionally intelligent people know that emotions can be powerful but also temporary. The second one is greater self-awareness. Emotionally intelligent people are not only good at thinking about how other people might feel, but they are also adept at understanding their own feelings. So the last one is empathy for others. A large part of emotional intelligence is being able to think about and empathize with how other people are feeling. This often involves considering how you would respond if you were in the same situation. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Bye.